Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It's going to be another tutorial video actually in the Boeing 787-10. I thought, you know what, it's been a while since I've done a guide. So I thought, and since I've been doing a lot of aviation videos and a lot of flight sim videos, I thought we'd get in and do another tutorial, but this time on the 787-10. Now, you can only get this aircraft on MSFS2020 if you buy the Premium Deluxe Edition. That's all the drawback to this aircraft. It's a shame. It should be, me personally, I think it should be part of the base game because it is an amazing plane to fly. If you've watched my previous streams where I've flown it, it's a lovely looking plane. It's a brilliant plane to fly. Also, I've just got the Heavy Division mod as well. So I'm learning, and so is everyone else. But luckily, I've flown this plane enough. I can kind of know my way around it a bit more than other planes. So we're just going to go straight into it. So let's get into it. I'm not going to do taxi, no takeoff, because there's that's just self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into like how to work the FMC. This is just going to be a rough, basic guide. So if you just want to just jump in, get it going, and fly, that's fair enough, without just pressing control and A, because that just starts the whole thing up. And anyway, it's oh, me, just choked myself to death there. This is so if you want a bit more realism and you want to start off from the terminal or the gate or the taxi, or if you're on the VATSIM network, and obviously you can't just start your engines up as we know on the VATSIM network in a stand because you're not allowed to do that. So just adds a bit more realism to it. So I'm going to stop waffling on about that. So let's just jump straight into it. Right, so as you can see, basic setup, nothing really much has changed. Apart from a few more buttons have. So we'll find that out once we get the plane on. So first things first, you go from left to right across. So that's a good thing. As you notice, it's not like the other planes where it's all cluttered, it's all nice and spaced and evened out, and all nice and clean, decluttered. So we'll start off on the left, and the first thing we'll do is we will turn the battery on. Unfortunately, we haven't got external power, so that it may end up turning it on and off. I might actually have to start the engines for this one to keep the power in, because we don't have external power at the stand. So, as you'll notice, turn the battery on, all good. Now, if you look closely, it's a different layout. So there's different layouts on there. You've got the map, it actually tells you the map, and this, the flight management computer has all oh dear me, I've got a bad cough. I think I drank that coffee the wrong way. It's all been decluttered. Also, you got VNav in there now. I think most of these buttons now work. Yep, you've got the heavy payload, LNAV, IRS menu, nav, fix in it. It's basically all the basic information, but it's all been nice and tidied up. And it's a lot more. You've got your VNav, your payload, your config. If you go into payload, there it tells you your CG, payload in pounds, IRS, yep, IRS status. It's off because I've not got the alignment on yet, which I will go to next. You got your arrival, departure plans. Your route, origin, destination, you'd put all them in. Your runway, what runway you'll take, your flight number, your company route. Your performance initialize, that's still up there. You can set your cruise altitude, cost index, your reserve fuel. Then you also have all various other bits. Your flaps for takeoff, your thrust to climb, your runway position, your V1, your VR, and your V2 numbers. Then you go into your thrust. Yeah, and you take off. Obviously, your route. Obviously, I've got no route in because I've just spawned in on the runway. So I'm just going to leave that out. I'm not going to go into too much depth on that one. So, normally what I'd do is I would... Yeah, it's went off. Battery on. Then I'd throw the APU on, but unfortunately, I don't know if I can request external power here. No. But I think the APU is coming on. Oh yes, the APU is on. So, you turn the... I'm going to have to turn the APU on for this one, but I'd normally turn the APU on. Normally it'd be on the external power. Then you turn the APU on after you've disconnected from the external power until you start your engines. So, your engine generators are on. That's still in up. That's your hood there. So, some buttons are in up. You've got your wipers. If you need to set them just in case it's raining. This button here does your contrast. Just all your various lights and buttons. You've got your landing light buttons here. So, we've done the battery. We'd normally have external power, but we don't on this case. We've got the APU on. You can hear it whirring in the back. Head in reference to norm, and then we'll turn the IRS on. So it should say... Where is it? It's not that. Performance initialized, thrust minimized, take off. It's not that. Where did I have it again? Alignment. No. Position report. Obviously, B's to set your altimeter. Now you can do it manually on these knobs. What is... Window heat. Now, normally it should tell you. So you got your hydraulics, gear, maintenance, doors, air cycle. Right. So IRS is on. Where does it tell you to... Set IRS position. Now, so we'll hit this. A, G, N, T. Oh, what gate am I? What? Maybe. Set heading. Okay. Might because I haven't got a flight plan in. Right, so normally the IRS would just load up, obviously, with your flight plan stuff in. I think it's because I haven't got a flight plan in. It's not working, or normally on the fly-by one button it tells you your IRS. Oh, and if you want to know how to change your scorecode, go there, go to XPDR. You can do it on any of these. And say, for instance, I'm on VATSIM, there's no controllers. I'd go 2000 because that's for standard iFiles over in the States. And then you take the ident. So that's that. You've got... So then, once you've done on the left-hand side, you then go over to this side. Obviously, you got your window, heat, oxygen. I've lost my cursor. My goodness, there it is. Right. See. So you go through all the way down. Some buttons still are in up. Going past our auto sign. Obviously, overhead panel lights, all your lighting system, your landing lights. So then you would move over to the next panel. So obviously you've got various testing buttons. They don't work. That doesn't work. Engine starter mode. So what we'll do first before we start the engines is we will press all the fuel pumps on, get the balance on, and crossfade, and then we will start the engines. So you see, engines are starting. And then obviously you've got all your lights, your beacon for you when you taxi, you've got your wing anti-ice, you'd normally put them to auto or on. It's just personal preference. You've got your nav lights, they go on, your beacon lights, runway turn lights, taxi, strobe, put them all on. Then you've got your landing lights. And then once all that is done, you then go to your packs, your air conditioning, so you can set the air conditioning normal. I think it just stays that way on this mod. Manual open close. I don't know why they aren't working. I don't know if I'm just being stupid or they are just gimmicks. I still don't know why RS is not on. I wonder if I just press Control E. But I think for now that's as far as I'm going to take this video. I'm going to try and figure out how all this works. I'm still new to myself, but yep, that is the basic startup. I don't know if it's because I haven't got... You know, I reckon it's because I haven't got anything put in yet, you know, I think that's why. But I'm going to have to find that out myself, so... But yeah, that is the basic startup. Oh, and just on one note, obviously you've got The autopilot panel here. That's the autopilot master switch on. Got the flight director switch. Indicate the airspeed. You can set that as to what you want really. You got your auto throttle if you fancy a bit of automatic or you just want to keep it manual. You got your heading if you want to do it by heading only. So if you want to do the route with just turning the heading, turn it as so. You can even switch the bank limit, so you can change how far the plane turns on, goes up banks on the turn. Your vertical speed for your climb and descent, and then you also have your altimeter. You can change it in groups of 1,000, or if it needs to be specific, go in groups of hundreds. You've also got an autopilot master switch on that side as well. This is the approach hold button, so this is when you're doing ILS approaches. You'd normally hit that as you're coming in on the ILS, so it helps you capture the glide slope. You've got your heading hold button, which makes the heading hold, so it'll make the plane fly on a heading you've selected. The altitude hold, that'll make sure the plane stays at the altitude you've also selected. Your flight level change, so we'll say you're at 12,300 and you want to go to 1,300. You'd put 1,300 in, and normally what I'd do is I'd hit the flight level change, but I'd also have the LNAV button on as well, so that keeps the plane on the route straight. Vertical navigation, that obviously self-explanatory for vertical navigation, so it's when the plane's going up, but very rarely I use that or the climb button. Main buttons I use are the auto throttle, the auto pass and mileage switch, the speed, LNAV, flight level change, and the rest of it just holds itself. And then obviously the approach when I'm coming in for approach, if I'm doing an ILS approach. And then of course you have the autopilot disengage button if you want to disengage the autopilot. You've got your barrows, your auto brakes. Pretty standard setup from the old 787-10. Oh, yeah, so we've got the flight director on, so yeah, comes up across. You got your Wexa system, so you've got your weather, traffic, and terrain. You can also change the various settings and the range. FPV and meters. Reset the barrow. But I think that is going to be it for today's video. I still don't know why that is not aligning. If anyone's got any tips, feel free to leave them in the comment. Because again, this is the first time I'm using the 787 mod. But this is just basically a standard startup guide. Once I start to get used to this plane and find out, then I will do another video where I'll go through the full setup, how to put your flight plans in, how to work the FMC, all the juicy, spicy bits of flying planes, all the good stuff. So that will be all from me today, and I shall see you guys later. Don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe, and I will be also pretty much streaming every other day. Currently I am doing the American Dream Tour, the Concorde Tour, which I done one a long haul last time round, 2 long hauls last weekend, and I'm also doing the F1 2022 Tour, which this weekend I'll be doing the first of 2 legs to Melbourne. So the first leg will take me from the last time we left off in Jeddah to Singapore. Then it's going to be Singapore to Melbourne. And that should just be in time for the Melbourne Grand Prix. So, once again, it's goodbye from me, and I shall see you in the next video.